guess what, guys and girls? So she not ready. Welcome back. This is the Englewood Enterprise Gallery Show, Shy Rise Show. I'm your host, Queen Zenobia. I got some cool guests right here. I got brother Jose and I got brother Kasabez. Look, these two guys, they got like similar talents but kind of different talents, you know. Kasabez does media documentaries while my brother Jose studies the metaphysical look at documentaries and movies. But before we get into all of that, because I don't want to just blow y'all head up so fast, let me tell y'all why we here. We're the Englewood Enterprise Gallery Show. We are located at 35th and Racine, 1200 West 35th Street. Feel free to give us an email, enterprisegallery@gmail.com, or visit our website, www.englewoodenterprisegallery.com. Our motto is that art shapes humanities. Now look, I know I just hit y'all upside the head. I say one person does media documentary and another person studies the metaphysical look at movies. But I'm going to give y'all a second or two to introduce yourselves before we get into this great show. So, Brother Jose, tell me some more about what you do, because you're a professional at this.
Well, as you said, my name is Jose. What I try to do is I try to look at the symbolic meaning for images that we see to see how can it help us connect to higher levels of consciousness. Because right now, you know, the way I see it, we are at a lower level of consciousness. And right now what needs to happen, the way I see it, that we need to raise our consciousness in a way where we can connect to each other, because we are disconnected right now.
Absolutely. Definitely agreed. And then, brother Kasabez, you work on media documentaries. You got one called One People Project. I mean, like, can you give me a little in detail about that and also what you do as well?
Sure. Well, I'm a student and teacher of traditional African culture and spirituality.
Okay.
And so I've done a few trips to Africa. You know, I've spent a total of about 6 months over there, and I started this documentary series called One People to try to document this process of, you know, groups of us. I've been traveling back to the motherland with the Earth Center for a few years, and getting a feel for what traditional culture is like. Is a totally different world than what we're experiencing over here, and it's something it gets no real media exposure.
I would definitely would agree.
Just to give people a taste of what it's like to be over there.
But we have to tell our own story, because
Absolutely.
The media isn't going to tell our own story.
Exactly.
And that's why I'm glad we got venues and opportunities like Can TV for we can tell our own story. Because, you know, ain't nobody tell a story better than me or you or us three or experience or our community through experience and how we share it. But you know how they say you see one car accident and then people say it like a whole different way? Well, we can say it our way. That's all, you know, that's what I'm saying. I know I went left field with that, but that's okay. I got you. I'm coming right back around in fruition. Look at that. We got the whole team. Englewood Enterprise Gallery is in the building. I got my back staff finally made it. I just wanted to shout that out. Before I go further, though, because I got this show all planned out. It's the last show of the season. I got to get my duckies knocked out. A new window, bro. New window. I want to shout out to all our previous guests. Jeanette Spencer, Serena Reynolds, Tenny, Jizzo Villanueva, Defects from Microphone Misfits, the podcast show Through the Crates with Cedric and Tressie, and of course we got Brother Jose and Brother Kasabez. Wow, I mean, this has been such an awesome season. I was just wanted to let you guys know I appreciate your past guests, and if you think you want to be a future guest, I told y'all where we be at, EnglewoodEnterpriseGallery.com. Yes. Okay, so what's the latest movie you just saw, Brother Jose?
Oh, man, that's a good question. I haven't been in the movies for a while. I want to say, it's actually been a while since, I want to say Midway is actually the last movie I saw.
Midway?
Yeah, dealing with World War II.
Oh, I ain't even heard about that. That sounds interesting.
It was a low-key movie. Most people didn't hear about it because, you know, we don't do war movies.
No.
People.
That's
we do
true.
Everything else but that. So
Yeah. And then there's some war movies be boring me. I got to get over that, though.
Right, no,
was it boring?
No, this wasn't boring at all.
Okay. What was it about?
The fight that took place between the United States Navy and the Japanese Navy in Midway, in the island of Midway.
Okay.
What happened was the Japanese had overwhelming superior force.
Okay.
And the United States fought them for 3 days and won.
What?
So, yeah.
I don't hear about them type of stories. That sounds kind of interesting. I like that. What's the last movie you saw, brother Kasabez?
Man, last movie I saw. I've been watching a lot of Netflix shows and stuff like.
I mean, it's okay. Just be open and honest.
Yeah. Man, I can't even think.
I saw Gemini Man while you pondering on it, and at first I was just like, how many Will Smiths are there? I was trying to figure it out, and then once I really got to the final concept of the movie, I was like, oh, I got sad when he ended up finally killing one of his cells or what have you and not knowing. Or I don't want to spoil it out there for y'all, but even though it was like a movie about this whole big CIA guy who took a guy's DNA and made him another one of him and made him 3 of him. So now it's 3 Will Smiths running around the whole movie and they all bad. And then in the end, 2 of them get one of them, and the one they get is the youngest version of them. But I also learned from that movie is that watch your DNA.
Most definitely.
Because from what I studied, it's like a hair follicle, and they just made this baby out of this hair follicle. I was like, dang. So, that's the movie I saw. You remember what movie you saw?
Well, what I want to talk about
Go ahead.
that I saw
That's cool.
fairly recently again is The Matrix.
The Matrix,
And
okay.
I've seen it again, like, almost 20 years later. It's almost like, man, that movie was so prophetic. Because they're dealing with all the stuff we're dealing with now as far as the artificial intelligence really coming to rise and, like the robot world. And, like, that movie came out, like, 1999. It's like, and the guy was saying, like, he was like, I'm calling this the height, like, the setting of the Matrix is the height of Western civilization. He's like, I call it the height of your civilization because the minute we started thinking for you, it became our civilization. You guys remember that? So it's
Yeah.
It's like, at what
That's an
point are we,
interesting quote.
is this kind of turning into a robot society that we're in?
Yeah.
Most definitely.
It's definitely high technology. I mean, man, I went to a store trying to buy something. They like credit only. I'm like, no cash. The future. All right, so look, Englewood Enterprise Gallery. We teach youth entrepreneurship skills. We work with another organization, Case Fashion. I got this really cool video with some youth putting together some Mother Day t-shirts from earlier this year. Y'all take a look at it.
It's my mama's shirt.
You can see what it look like when it's done, and let me know. It's what you're interested in. All right, push it down. There you go. Lock it in place.
40 seconds. And they can still hear us as well. This is great. Look at this teenager, under 15, maybe 14.
And now pull your wax paper away.
All right, not burning herself, paying
Take the
attention.
corner and peel it off while it's still hot.
It's real hot. Okay, what you gotta do now? Well, it's been some years since I made a t-shirt.
All the way off.
Oh, it's real easy now, huh? Okay.
Man.
All right. Oh, mom's the
Up
finest.
for me.
All right, her shirt she made. Oh, and gave it to her mom for Mother's Day.
I could do
So
that.
we also do embroidery classes, and we are planning a couple of events for 2020. You need to visit our website. We got a short trip going to Starve Rock. I could be wrong. Near Starve Rock. I know it's the season, but anyway, it's a weekend trip. Talk to us. I will give you more details. Just I think we leave on a Friday and we back on Sunday night or early Monday morning to Starve Rock. What else do I got? We're planning future firewalk. Okay, now look. I know some of y'all look questionable about Zenobia talking about walking on fire, but why not? I mean, I'm human. Why not? Let's try it. I heard it's a life-changing event. I mean, if Jesus can walk on water, Queen Zenobia can walk on fire.
So,
All right, so look, guys, you got this trick. Oh, it's not a trick. There is a physical way you can show me right now on TV with me and us 3, about the connection between the male and female relationship, and it got something to do with some batteries.
yes.
Okay.
I mean, where I'm at, the issue we have, what I see right now, is the black woman and man relationship.
Okay.
The way I see it, every problem we have stems from the disconnected black woman and black man have in a relationship aspect.
Every problem.
Yeah, every problem.
Okay.
The way I see it, it's,
Okay.
it is a byproduct of that.
Okay.
So what I do, it came to me kind of way, and since this is dealing with art, I got these batteries.
Y'all, while y'all listening, you can give us a call. The number's 312-738-1060. Once again, 312-738-1060. All right? We got some regular batteries, y'all. Just had to check it out and inspect them over here, making sure. Yeah. Okay. All right, okay.
I'm showing the connection. What I'm tempted to do, what I think I will do very well, is show the connection between the relationship between the man and woman,
Okay.
and how it's important that we
Oh,
understand
wow. I
what's
just
really
want to
going
see
on.
something real fast. Let me see if it's still there or not. Oh, that's the top version of it. It is still there. That's kind of cool. All right, let's go back to the U version here. Okay.
All right, now this is what happens with us when we interact with each other. You got the set of batteries here, right? You have the
Okay.
D battery, the C
Okay.
battery, the AA battery, the AAA, and the 9-volt battery, right?
Right.
Now the D battery in the black woman and black man relationship represent dating. The D stands for dating.
D stand for dating.
D stands for
okay.
dating. See how big the battery is?
It's very big.
It represents the space that exists when we first meet each other.
Okay.
When we first meet each other, this is all the space that exists because we just meet each other for the first time, right? So we're going through that dating stage, getting to know us, and that's what this B battery represents, right? Now we got the C battery, right?
Okay.
See how it done got small? I'm trying to hold it. See how it got smaller?
It's definitely smaller.
Right. So that means me and you, or you and whoever, we're getting closer. We're getting gonna know each other a little bit better. And so
Okay.
in the relationship, we get a little bit closer, and the space that existed at first between us is now getting smaller because
Okay.
we know each other a little bit better than before,
Okay,
right?
C for closer. All right. Okay.
All right, now we have the AA battery.
Okay.
This is the most important battery right here, as you
Yeah,
can tell.
AA.
Yeah, as you can tell, it got smaller, right?
Real small.
Now, what the AA stand for is the alpha.
And it's the most popular battery for products.
Oh, yeah, it is. 'Cause
Okay.
now, the AA stands for the alpha male and alpha female.
Okay.
Once we reach our alpha male and alpha female status, because we done went through the dating status,
Okay.
we done got a little bit closer, and now we done reached our alpha male, alpha female status. So this is the AA what they represent, right?
Okay.
All right, now the battery we got left is next is the AAA battery.
Yeah.
Now this is the most important battery. See how small it is?
It's super small.
It's super small because we done went through all the stages of getting to know each other. And when we get here, the AAA stand for, I got 3 words. I got 4 words because it's or.
Okay.
It stands for the astrology stage, the astronomy stage, and the astral projection stage.
Okay.
Once we get to this stage, I mixed it up. It's the ancestral stage, the astrology stage, or astronomy, because both in the stars.
So ancestral.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I
Astrology and astronomy.
or astronomy or astrology,
Okay.
whichever one, and then the astral projection realm. Once we get to this realm right here, we're no longer participating in anybody else's religious institution because we become the church, the mosque, the synagogues, the temple, because we have reached this stage right here.
Okay.
And now the last battery I got is the 9-volt. Now what makes this so special is because the 9 is the highest number in the numerical system. There's no number higher than 9. After 9, they repeat themselves, right?
Yeah.
So this is the highest battery we got, right?
Right.
So we got the D battery, the C battery, the AA, the AAA, and the 9-volt battery.
Right. Now, what about the 9-volt battery again?
You get the 9-volt. The 9-volt is the highest number there is.
Okay.
In our numeric system, 0 through whatever, 9 is the highest number.
I know, but you relate to the relationships.
I'm gonna get it. 'Cause
Okay, I'm
this
sorry.
is
I'm
the hit.
sorry.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm trying
Now,
to figure this out.
when you look at the batteries, right?
Uh-huh.
You got male on one end, the female on the other, right?
Right.
On the C battery, you got the male on one end, the
Uh-huh.
female on the other, right?
Right.
Same with the AA. You got the male on one end, the female on the other end.
Okay.
When you get to the AAA, you got the male on the one end and the female on the other end. But when you
Right.
get to the 9-volt battery,
Both on top.
they side by side.
They are side by side.
Because they done went through the whole stages of connection and they become side by side, sitting on their square, ruling together.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And
Sitting
this
on
is
the
right
square.
here. Now, if you notice, because I want to make sure you understand, I got 3 of this color and 2 of this color. I didn't make a mistake. What's happening with us, we go through our dating, we go through our getting closer, and we go through our alpha male, alpha female, right?
Yeah.
Once we get to our alpha male, alpha female status, if we get into that, ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do, right?
So you turn to a new person?
No, and that's what happens. We never get to our AAA status. We don't get to our AAA status, which is astral projection,
Okay.
ancestral, astronomy, or astrology. Because once we get here, we forget that we on the path for completion.
Okay.
And that's why these two are separate. Because once we can get past this, because what happens is, You ain't gonna tell me. If I ain't gonna let you tell me what to do, and you ain't gonna let me tell you what to do. Now it's done, right?
It's done.
Now we got to go through this whole process again, right?
Uh-huh.
And we can never get to these last two stages, which completes us and get us to that high connection that we need to be.
Okay,
That's my
okay.
battery
From
type.
the D battery, C battery, AA, AAA, 9-volt, highest number side by side, sitting on the square.
Right.
Okay.
And what I left out, if you notice, all the other these batteries right here are alphabet batteries. Double D, C, double H. These are alphabet battery. When you get to the 9-volt, this is the completion. This is the last state. There's nothing else because now we on side by side. That's why the 9-volt of all the batteries you've ever seen, they side by side. The male and female side by side. They on their square ruling together.
That is really deep now. I'm gonna look at batteries totally different. What you think about that, Kasabez? And he spoke a lot about relationships, huh?
Yeah, and it's interesting because I thought you were going to do something electrical or scientific with
That was electrical, right?
But it is
our thought process.
Different,
But that is electrical. It's electrical
Yeah.
between the man and the woman. When they
Yeah,
connect, they
that's
generate
all.
power. Because remember, the 9-volt is the power. It's generating power.
So my question to you, Brother Jose, is where do the children come into this picture?
Well, I'm looking at it like this first. It's male and female first, meaning the man and the woman together first. The children come in once they really get that connection together, so they won't fit into this right here because this is not really a connection with them. The children, the way I see it, it's about continuing life. When man and female get together, they continue life, right? So when they continue life, the children come into the picture. But if we under the connection of high level spirituality, then we want to try to do it this way. This is our goal. At least try to do it this way. But in this aspect right here, this battery and dealing with the male and female relationship, the children don't fit in this role right here. Not saying they don't at all, but they don't fit in this connection right here.
So you just talk about the union part.
Yeah, because this is the greatest thing. Because my thing is this: if the mother and the father is cool, then the children cool.
Yep, I agree with
So
that.
what I think what we're doing as a failed strategy, we trying to go to the children instead of dealing with the mother and father, and that's to me.
I agree with you on that strategy. If the mother and father are doing good, the children doing good, and then like this is the children's children ain't starting no relationships yet. This is starting families right here.
Well, this is actually
This is obvious.
this is
You
actually
visualize it.
stage one of getting together. It ain't getting together to have a family. It's get together. You have to build something, and
To
then
build
you
something.
begin to have a family. That's the later stage. It's not family right now, but
Right.
we at where we at right now.
That's true. I agree with you. Look, y'all might be just tuning in. Y'all need to give us a call. 312-738-1060. This is the Englewood Enterprise Gallery. We're located at 35th and Racine, 1200 West 35th Street. Feel free to give us an email, enterprisegallery@gmail.com, www.englewood.enterprisegallery.com. I love the freestyle of this Can TV place and just Englewood Enterprises, and I'm so excited about 2020. Now look, everybody's got all these 2020 jokes. Know what y'all think? We gonna our eyes wide open now because it's 2020, or it's just another year. I mean, don't let me be my humbug in the situation, but it's just another year to me. But a lot of my peers, oh yeah, we about to get woke. Nah, I mean, what you think about that phrase? 2020, your vision's getting clear. How do you feel? How do you see 2020?
Well, I think 2020 is the year we finally going to stop saying 2020 and just start saying 20. Like, remember it used to be 95, 96, 97?
Yeah.
Then we started saying the 2000 was a new thing, so we had to say 2000 in front of everything. Now it's going to be 2000. Now it's just
right. It's gonna be just
now it's
the
just
20.
20. We used to 2000 is all. It's just
All right.
it's 20, 21.
Okay, give me 1 second. Thanks for calling. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, really appreciate the information that's being shared today. Jose, just keep teaching. I appreciate what you're doing.
I appreciate you.
Thank you for the comment, caller. Thank you. Oh, that's cool. I liked that. Okay, so now what you saying?
But yeah, that's just kind of a joke. But no, I think 2020 is just what we're gonna make out of it. I don't think it's anything particular about the year itself, other than what's your level of consciousness and how are you trying to push your consciousness forward with your own efforts.
Agreed.
We can't keep waiting on some magical time to come or some magical person to arrive and just rescue, you know, or when they're going to give us reparations, you know.
Right,
You know,
right,
that's
exactly.
that's the new thing now, you know. But what can we do right now that don't depend on us waiting on someone else outside of ourselves?
All right, let's see where we at here. We talking about a lot of stuff. You just dropped a whole lot of stuff. So right now I'm talking about the male-female relationship. Okay, so you saying that all the problems root from that. Now I gotta be the heckler. So okay, so now capitalism. Okay, because we're around this whole capitalist holiday season thing going on. Now how does that relate to the relationship? I had to throw one out there, Jose. I'm sorry. I mean, like, it's a problem in the black community. How does that relate to our relationships?
Well, it's a long process. I understand you want to, you know, be the heckler. But when you're talking about something like capitalism, there's a historical event to that.
Okay.
So what has to happen is, in order for the capitalistic society, because at one time the United States was not a capitalistic society. The argument can be made that it's always been capitalism, but not on the level where a small percentage contain most of the wealth. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So what happens is, for me, when you're dealing with the black man and black woman relationship, you're looking at black business in the neighborhood being a 10. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We don't have to say about being creating Black Wall Street, nor doing no kind of these places like that, because we will already know to do this. Because
Agreed.
we understand that when we're together, we generate power. So capitalism can exist because we are away from our existing power. We're participating in activities that we wouldn't normally participate in.
Okay.
Because at my age, I'm old enough to remember most of the stores in my neighborhood were black owned.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the question becomes, what happened? What
happened between now and then?
Right. What happened?
Agreed.
And it takes participation. And if there's no participation by us with these individual
And then
stores,
so that's how it is affected. Okay.
Right, so-
okay, I can see that.
so now it give rise to something like capitalism, because now instead of us participating with us, we're participating with everybody else, and then they see opportunities to just jack up prices and everything.
Exactly, man. Kasabez, man, you got some cultural programming skills and enrichment thing going on. What's that about?
Well, I did want to speak on what you the question.
Go ahead,
real
touch
quick.
on
Yeah,
that and then
because,
touch on
you
that. I
know,
got you all over there.
the whole a whole society is made up of people, but what makes up people is their families. Your family is what, you know. They the first ones. Your mother and father. They the first ones to educate you into the human being that you're going to be.
Okay, that's true.
Nowadays, when we have single parent households, children have to be, you know, basically at school, they're educated by school, they're educated by TV, they're educated by the streets, or, you know, their homies outside or whatever. They're not educated by their parents.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't really have communities because we don't have families. We're not educating our children to how they can be, you know, one with each
So
other.
how do we overcome that hiccup? There's a lot of single parent families. I came from one. I think I'm pretty good. Pretty
I mean,
good.
you know,
Yeah.
and there's always people who can make it through the difficulties, but there's a lot of people who don't. To be
So
honest.
how do we work towards tackling that problem? I mean, like, I think that it does do with the family. So now it's a single parent family. So how do we help as a community? Like, how do we get more involved? Like, back in the day, it used to be cool for the neighbor down the block to say, "Hey, I seen you. I'm gonna tell you your parents on you because you just did whatever you did." Like, okay, so that was acceptable then, but now it's not acceptable. Wow, that's so cool. I mean, like, I still do it myself. When I'm on the bus and I hear some foul language from some kids, hey, y'all, can y'all change y'all language? Or if I see something, hey, youth, be careful. But that's just me. You know, I think that we should put more strategies together to help build the family.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
If y'all heard everything y'all just said, what is the origin of that? He talked about the family single parent. He said single parent, and you said what you said. What is the order? See, I deal in chronological order.
Okay.
To tackle a problem, you have to deal in chronological order. When we go to the doctor,
Yeah.
the doctor asks us, do you have a family history of such and such, right?
Yeah, they talk about family history.
Right,
Yeah.
which means we have to go back. We have to deal
We
in
gotta go back and
we got to
do our
deal in
research.
chronological.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it becomes like a business.
Wow, this topic is on fire. Thank y'all for tuning in. Englewood Enterprise Gallery. The family is the future. I catch y'all next season. Peace.